Welcome to the Play It By Ear podcast. The podcast where the topics may vary because, hey, we play it by ear. And now your hosts, Eric Fiskus, Brady Lining, and Todd Griffin.
You know, I love Matt. I love Matt's intro. But we should have had the historian record his.
Yeah, we should have.
I totally. No offense, Matt.
Yeah, none at all. None at all.
None at all. Just sometimes even the best of sitcoms get a new theme song.
Yeah.
I mean, Gilligan's Island unfortunately did do and the rest. So not all good changes happen when they let out the Professor and Marianne.
And that was such an easy switch. Like, why did
It
you leave
was.
the two off and you just kind of threw them right back in there? Or not back in there, threw them in there. Didn't change the construction of the song at all.
No,
Matter of fact, I think it made it flow better.
it did. It did. All while Gilligan's smiling.
Aha. All right, so our first episode since our live back at Sons of Toil, was that 2 weeks ago?
Was it 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Oh, I don't
Something
know.
like that.
August something. Maybe it was 3 weeks. Anyway,
It's all blur.
I want to thank everyone that came out, and I know some of you tried to watch the stream while it was going on, and we were having. I found out later. Obviously, I didn't know at the time, but we were having issues where the stream would drop off and then come back, and we lost the entire match game segment, which makes me sad.
Oh,
But
that was gold.
yeah,
Yeah.
Joey, I never wore a baseball hat. The other two did.
Oh, I see.
Are you saying the show has degenerated? You see what I
Because
did
of
there?
our quaffs.
See what I
Nice
did
job,
there?
Eric.
Hey, I won't apologize for these locks.
Lax.
Am I still? I apologize tonight. I'm trying some new equipment tonight, so it's not working out the best. So hopefully I can get it all worked out. But new computer that's acting like an old computer.
Yeah.
And so I apologize if I sound and or look worse than usual. That's possible.
It's all good.
Savannah is in the
Savannah's
house.
here.
Hey.
All right. As always, chime in if you're there.
Chime in if you're not there.
Chime in if you're not there, yeah.
Which would be a trick.
Yes. Still don't have that little counter that I used to have up there. I don't know how many people are there or not there. I guess at least 2 people are there, or maybe 3 if you count Savannah and John. But anyway, like I said, welcome to everyone. Thanks for coming to our live 2-3 weeks ago, whenever that was. The historian is here. We were just talking about you before you came in.
Can we even say enough about the historian? I don't think we can.
No, I find it shameful on myself that he knows more about my show than I do. But anyway, thanks to all he did, of course. It was outstanding.
He not only gave us a great intro, but his segments that he prepped, the man is a professional. He's a professional.
I feel odd as I look. Real quick, change the subject. I feel odd because Yun's heads are way bigger than mine. I either need to come closer, or you guys need to scoot back.
We'll try to do head sync. There we go. We almost had it.
In comparison, I look like the thing on Beetlejuice that when he's down in.
We could really start throwing in some choreography, like Eric. When I count to 3, gently raise your head. 1, 2, 3. Now down. Up. We look like pistons in an engine.
I'm moving closer. Piston Honda.
Or you look like that alien on Men in Black. It gets its head blown off, and then its head.
Yeah.
throws back.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit. I got a little closer. That's good. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So again, thanks everyone, especially the historian, for all he did for us. And we got another one coming up in November. So we'll give you more information on that as it
It'll
comes.
be holiday
close.
theme. Little spoiler.
A little bit.
Yeah. So real quick, well, after I know you want to go through the stuff at the top, but before we start since there was not a live stream, should we kind of do a quick
Recap
recap of the live? Off the top of our head, we have nothing written down, and I'm not even sure I can remember exactly what we did, but
yeah.
Go
ahead, Brady.
Okay. Well, I could tell you the historian led off our live cast with a wrestling style promo of us. I do remember. I'm trying to. He was using the address thing that we talked about, and I'd forgotten the reference. But I remember that I wanted to be referred to jokingly as the Pasha of Indian Drive, so that came up again. I don't even. What was your guys' address handles?
I don't remember, honestly. I wasn't hearing it well when he was doing it, so.
And we were all nervous.
And and on the stream it was choppy, so I couldn't really tell. But
yeah,
but we'll have to get him to record that studio style. And I feel, again, no offense to the dulcet tones of Matt, I think we could keep Matt on the closing credits and put the historian on the opening credits.
There we go.
That's a good idea.
We could just send him. You know what we could do? I mean, I'm thinking outside the box spontaneously. We could send him a link one night if he's got a microphone, and he could read those for us live on air. So,
I'd be up for it.
I'd be up for it too. So like I said, he led off with a segment of Which Host Said It, where he had some quotes, his encyclopedic knowledge of our podcast. And
that was interesting because I don't think that so for those that weren't there, basically he had a quote and we were supposed to guess which one of us said it in the audience as well. I know I remember getting one that you guys didn't get, but I don't think none of us got it wasn't as easy as you would think for us to figure out that was our quote.
Well, none of us knew who said it.
Right. Yeah.
Which is testament to the crap that comes out of our mouth that we say is sometimes so random that we don't even remember saying it. Right. I was telling my coworker the other day, a day in my brain is like those lotto machine, the lotto ping pong ball machines that shoot out a number. Like my mind is like that, and every once in a while a ping pong ball shoots out that's funny, but I don't recall what it is.
So, Brady, if you want to continue on or with the recap, or one of the other of us can chime in, or
go ahead. Somebody else chime in.
Well, see, we started with that, and then also the historian brought up some common points of argument or some things that had kind of caused some, I don't want to say arguing. Yeah, some debate in the past in some of the episodes. Was that right? That was the second thing we did?
Yeah. Of course, the biggest debate was, did Brady say the F word? Which we were able to play for the audience, and the audience sided with Brady, which upset me greatly.
Yeah, Fiskus and I took the L early on. It seems like we got it back at some point, or maybe I did.
At some point.
Yeah, but Eric and I think we agreed that they're live, that it sounded different live than it does.
It did. Yeah. It did. And
actually, I'm not so sure that Brady didn't doctor the audio somehow.
Probably did.
I had my Black Ops sources. The funniest part about it, I was pretty much prepared for the worst, because I confess that it kind of sounded like that, but my intentions were pure, as always, but I got tongue tied. The best way I like to say that it sounded like I said folks, and instead of an O, it was a schwa. So it was a schwa instead of a, that's the way it came out.
Yeah.
Gotta hate when those schwas drop in unexpectedly.
Yes.
Yeah, just like a gerund.
But the schwa man sure brought some good fudge bars back in the day.
And avoid the chicken Kiev.
Oh, I gotta avoid that. But man, those chocolate covered ice cream bars were maybe the best ice cream bar ever.
Did you ever get one where the ice cream was kind of freezer burnt from the Schwann's, man? Like it was deep in the bowels of the refrigerated truck.
Not
and it had
straight
been
from
there for a while.
Not straight from the depths of the yellow. Maybe if they were in your freezer too long, but not right out of the truck.
Yeah, from the Schwann's butt, the Schwann's crop or gizzard. But yeah, I just remember getting some freezer burnt ones one time. But I could be, my timeline might be off. But hey, I want to comment.
I just saw Chris's comment. Sorry.
Go ahead, Todd. That's what I was getting ready to call attention to.
We were trying to figure out what our Brady was the
Pasha of Indian Drive.
Indian Drive. Fiscus was the Titan of tomfoolery, and I was the superstar of shenanigans. So that was the Storian's nicknames for us.
Yeah.
We should all get shirts with that on it.
We should.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So moving on in the live show, we did the Oreo taste test.
We took an L there too, to be honest with you guys.
Took another L.
Well,
we were correct about the Oreos.
Well, I think the two of us were, Brady.
Yeah.
So the whole argument was
I picked out the Oreo. I picked out the real Oreo.
Did.
Yes, I did.
But anyway, the whole argument was these guys, but me too, but especially these guys, were very confident in their ability to taste the difference between the Oreo brand sandwich cookies and the the off-brand Oreo cookies. And then furthermore, they actually thought I say they because you guys are the ones that kind of started that, thought we could taste the difference between an Oreo truffle made out of the Oreo cookies versus the non-Oreo cookies.
That's where the problems arose. The truffles.
Yes. Because go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that. So we decided to do both. We did just a plain Oreo taste test and a truffle taste test. And I think what we learned is that we all three pretty much can taste the difference between an Oreo and a kaleidoscope or a
twist and garp.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
A good and tasty or whatever the hell they all are. But when mixed in with the other ingredients of an Oreo truffle, we weren't quite as successful.
Now, to be fair, the Kroger brand was the one that we confused with the Oreo. But let's make no mistake, that one that tasted like Old Dust and Old Lady Purse, it was horrible, man.
Yeah. It tasted like an old lady had a sucking candy in her purse to give you and got it out from 1963. A sucking candy.
Was she in DX?
That's what they're called, a sucking candy. Hard candies.
So just a generalized name for those sorts of candies, not a particular type of those hard candies. You're just saying any of those. Or...
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, somebody I knew called them sucking candies.
Like the butterscotch or the cinnamon disc or they're all sucking candies.
Or the root beer barrels.
Or the ones that look like red, white, and blue ribbon, and it's a little curly ribbon thing.
That's not a sucking candy. That's not a sucking candy. No, it's got to be in a wrapper to be a sucking candy.
Okay, okay.
It can't be all those candies that get fused together in your grandma's candy dish.
That's Christmas time.
The ones that looks like a strawberry. It looks like
it doesn't look like it. The wrapper has strawberry zits on it, and that's about the only thing you can say. It has pores.
Yeah.
It has strawberry pores on the wrapper.
Strawberry pores and strawberry entrails inside. So are you being serious? Somebody actually called it a sucking candy?
Yeah, like it's what it's for. It's candy for sucking, so it would be a sucking candy.
I mean, I can argue with the mechanics and everything, but
It's
I just
not a
don't think I
chewing
can say that in
candy.
polite company. Like,
Well,
if I was trying to impress a lady, if I was being a gentleman caller to a lady friend, and I said, "Hey, got any of that sucking candy in there?" That might get me like on a watch list or something.
I mean, I look at it from an innocent standpoint of it's candy made for sucking. You don't chew it up. You don't just swallow it real quick. It's not chocolate. It's not. It has one purpose.
It's a sucker without a stick.
Yes. Yeah. They call it. I mean, yeah.
Celia called it that.
Who did?
Celia.
Oh, see, that's who it was. I knew I knew someone.
I've never heard that. Today, days old.
So, see, did somebody in your family was like a grandma or a great grandma or something? The one who I thought I remembered some old people saying it.
Probably that would have to be.
So the historian brings up a good point, though. Depending on the grandma and the purse, it may not be in a wrapper.
Ooh. So, because if they were carrying some Wrigley's Spearmint in their purse, that taste can permeate the wrapper of anything. So it will take the best butterscotch candy and turn it into an inedible mint flavored miasma of nast.
You're exactly right. That just brought back a memory. Smelling, like if you needed a stick of gum or something like that, and your mom went into her purse to get it, the purse smelled like makeup and spearmint.
Makeup, spearmint, and a hint of that rose milk lotion. Rose milk. It was pink, and it smelled like it was called rose milk, and it was like very pungent.
Yeah.
And they always advertised it. It was a sponsor of Lawrence Welk and Hee Haw.
What's the best grandma purse candy?
Ooh.
So here's the thing, Chris, and everyone actually. So grandma gives you a sucking candy out of the purse and it doesn't have a wrapper. Do you politely take it? Do you three options. Do you take it? Do you say no thank you? Or do you say like, can I get one with a wrapper on it? Or do you meet halfway and do you pop it in and walk away and then spit it out somewhere immediately?
It just depends on the ratio of spearmint and rose milk to candy.
And it all smells like licking a cheek.
Which cheek?
A made-up cheek with foundation and blush and everything else.
Yeah. Oh man. And the thing is, everybody who's listening to this knows exactly what smell we're talking about. It's hard to quantify. In fact, I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet that if they made a candle called Grandma's Purse, well, stop it.
You got to spell check is super important when you're printing out that label.
Yes, it is. So the historian asked the question. Now, Savannah says butterscotch discs are the best of those, which I could go with that, I think. Then historian says how much lint is on the candy.
About a belly button's worth.
And Celia says candy orange slices with a hint of lint and use Kleenex. Best grandma purse candy. So does the lint on the candy come off those used Kleenex? Is that where that comes from, or is it something else in the purse?
I don't think it's used Kleenexes, I guess, but
maybe one that's not sheathed in cellophane,
right.
Just one that they took out of the box and folded.
Purses did have a lot of Kleenex shrapnel in them, didn't they, back in the day? Like just that dust, that sheen that's over top of the Kleenex.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like you needed to send your candy to the groomer before you could consume it. Hey,
sometimes a purse was good for an old pantyhose egg in there as well.
Yeah. The famous pantyhose egg.
Okay,
Yeah,
who was I talking to? Someone I was talking to said yes, because when we did the thing about the legs pantyhose, could you put them back in the egg? And this person said yes, you can. Yes, you could. That was commonplace. I can't remember who it was I was talking to.
I'm going to be the first one to admit that I use that pantyhose egg for like emergency transport for my Star Wars figures
and Hot Wheels. Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Let's see.
Hang on a minute, though. Well, say is candy orange slices. That brings a whole different. She's not talking about a sucking candy. Those are soft.
Yeah, those are soft.
Those are chomping candies.
Yeah, that's some chomping candy. But that's even worse. Just laying naked in a purse.
Oh yeah. Like I remember those one chomping candies. They were 3 colors. It was pink, white, and black. And Brock's made it, or as I used to call it, Bratches. And it was foul. I'm not sure what it was, but it didn't taste like anything that corresponded with the coloring. It was just nasty.
Are you talking about the ribbon candy?
No. It was soft like a caramel or a chew. I will try to find a picture of one.
I know what you're talking about.
Vile.
I believe it had some cocoa nuts in it, and the white part was coconut. I'm almost positive the actual flavor of it was coconut.
See, I thought it was black licorice.
Maybe it was.
Oh, see, there might have been some licorice in there, which would add to the nasty.
Does anyone know what we're talking about out there? Black, white, and pink.
I don't know how anyone ever eats black licorice. I don't know what
My dad loves it. I mean, we had to make him stop eating it because it can give you a heart attack.
Does it seriously give you a heart attack?
It's bad for your heart. Too much licorice is bad for your heart. Yeah.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
Well, just because it's so vile, it stops your heart. That's it, Todd. That's it.
3-color coconut. I knew it was coconut.
So it's just 3 colors of nasty.
Yeah, and the sad thing is they fool you because when you get in there, that actually looks good. I mean, like it looks. I mean,
I'm looking at chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and then when you tongue punch it, it's actually licorice and mast.
Looks like a Neapolitan ice cream thing.
Yeah,
bite into.
Joke's on you because it's
those
not.
Oh, yes. I was going to bring those up.
Good and plenty.
Now, okay. Well, now were good and plenties, but were the fruit ones good and plenties too? Were they both called that?
That's a good question. Good.
I don't think they were.
Good and plenty. Let's look it up.
I think there was good and plenty fruit chew and good and plenty OG. The original good and plenty that was pink and white and gross.
Yes.
That was its 3 flavors. Pink, white, and gross.
No, they were like Skittles. They were pink and white, and all were flavored the same. Gross.
But they were and they were shaped like a large Tic Tac.
Yeah. Now Juju fruits are shaped like an actual fruit, right?
Yes.
I don't know those. See, the Necco wafer people were rarely up to any good. I mean, they made the good and plenties.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Didn't know that.
They were made by Good and Plenty? I'm sorry. I misread it. Good and Plenty was first produced by the Quaker City Chocolate and Confectionery Company of Philadelphia in 1893. So here, okay. Although Necco wafers is almost half a century older, Good and Plenty is the oldest continually produced American candy brand. A second candy, Good and Fruity, is a multicolored, multi-flavored candy of the same shape.
It was kind of like a jelly bean, honestly.
Now it's produced by Hershey Foods. That's interesting.
It is.
See, Savannah said Mike and Ike's, and Mike and Ike's are different. Those are not the Good and Fruities, because the Good and Plenties and the Good and Fruities had kind of a hard shell.
Yeah. And Mike and Ike is just kind of like jelly bean. It's like an epidermis and a dermis of the same So if it happens to be red, it's gonna taste red on the inside. But like,
what does red taste like?
well, cherry or strawberry, the suggested thing, and purple's gonna taste purple. But good and plenty. It had a shell that really didn't have any taste except nasty, and it was kind of it was like a prophylactic for your tongue before that licorice grossness hit it, and it was just awful stuff. Sorry, I hope we don't get sued by Glid Plenty.
So I probably told you guys about the time that I almost got into a fist fight with a really good friend of mine back in high school because they tried to tell me there was no difference between Miracle Whip and mayonnaise, which I can't think of a better reason to get into a fight, to be honest.
Yeah.
With you. Still makes me mad to this day. It makes me sound like I maybe have some issues, but here's what I thought. Now, at my age, I would just be mad that somebody would be that obtuse. Not to say there's no difference. Then I think I was mad because I thought they were just messing with me. They were taking it to the point of, I'm messing with you. I'm going to disagree with you just to be disagreeing with you, because it was that crazy of a concept for me. However,
call it take it a whiz.
A close second are people that don't understand the difference between Twizzlers and licorice. Twizzlers aren't red licorice.
No,
they are fruit.
If you fall into that camp, I don't want to fight you. My days of that are over. I was young and angry then, but there's definitely a difference. Red licorice Twizzlers are not red licorice. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's such thing as red licorice.
No.
I'm sure if they can make pink licorice on Good and Plenty, they could fool you with a red licorice just to make a gag.
But I'm saying nothing that's shaped like a stick of licorice that's red is licorice. It's all another flavor. Now, maybe you call it that. Is that how we got to where we just call everything that shape licorice?
Could be.
That shape and that pattern.
Like the big debate, like people that like Twizzlers versus Red Vines. Red Vines snobs are very anti-Twizzler, and I've got a good taster. I've got a good snoot, but like I really can't tell a huge difference.
Red vines aren't twisty, right? Is that the difference?
No. I can't. They make one or the other.
Like the stringy ones that you pull apart that are the real thin ones.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Let me look up red vines.
Like red binder's twine of Kansas confectionery binder's twine.
That's what I was thinking.
See, this is the problem. This is how they confuse people. Red Vines is a brand of red licorice candy. No, it's not. Manufactured in Union City, California by the American Licorice Company. Well, see, that's why people say it's licorice.
Well, because they were trying to actually get people to eat something good. So they had to like make something to market like, don't taste our black foul nasty candy.
Well, this is dumb. I mean, that would be like saying I'm a dog breeder, but I only sell cats. I mean, like, so it says it's made by the American Licorice Company, even though it does not contain licorice root. Not licorice, then.
So
I don't know.
I think we need to turn back to the main question in this whole discussion. How bad was life in the late 1800s that people thought black licorice was a treat?
Well, I could tell you. We know this. We're social studies teachers. When people came across the pond, and it took them 3 or 4 months, they ate hardtack and salted pork. So any kind of flavoring that wasn't salt and sawdust was an upgrade.
I was going to say it probably was a welcome sight after some tack.
Yeah.
Knick-knack, paddywhack, give me the licorice instead of the tack.
Yes. The haired tack.
I went a long way for that one. I got to say it.
Yes, you did.
Knick-knack, paddywhack. Throw away the tack.
So Nancy Moore, yeah, have I ever had blackjack gum? I prefer to use the Spanish J, and that sums it up. Blackjack gum. So
this is interesting, guys. You talked about the rivalry. It says Red Vines and similar candy Twizzlers have a perceived rivalry, in which characters are divided. It's talking about an episode of Parks and Recreation. Anyway, according to the brand manager of Red Vines, the taste and texture are very different. I wouldn't say very different. And the rivalry between Twizzlers and Red Vines is very fan driven. So I guess they're saying that there's no rivalry between the two companies.
it's kind of like Pepsi Coke without the angsty marketing.
Yeah.
It's like they're more like choose what you will. It's fan driven.
But
you
Eric,
don't have the Red Vines people doing drive-bys, like going in and corporate espionage. What am I looking at?
That's a picture from Red Vines. But I was like, Eric, I thought the Red Vines were all just the ones that were like a twisty, skinny.
See, and I didn't think the Red Vines were twisty. I thought the Twizzlers were twisty.
Well, no, I don't mean
Red
twisty.
Vines,
I mean that's a stick. See what I mean? Like that's a.
Yeah.
I thought, what's the ones where you pull them? You pull them apart.
That's called a fidget spinner of candy. Is what that is.
No, it's you pull them. It's like string cheese. You pull the little section off of it. You can't do that.
All right. Okay. So I gotta ask, who actually pulls apart the string cheese? I eat that sucker.
No, I have as well.
Just to see if it will work, but I don't. There's no.
It depends on how I'm feeling that day.
It's like hitting a snooze alarm. It just prolongs the inevitable.
This is what I was thinking of. You get a little bit. Can't get good light.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is confectionery binder's twine right there.
Well, that's Twizzler rope.
It's a confectionery lariat.
Now I know a guy. I might have brought this up, huh?
Lariat.
Might have brought this up on past episodes, but I know a guy who swears by this technique. You get home from work, you get you a stick of string cheese, and you put it in your pocket, and you lay down and take about a 45-minute nap, and then you get up and eat the cheese because the warmth of your pocket gets the cheese to room temperature.
Why just not set one out and wait 45 minutes?
Because then you don't get your nap.
You're trying to achieve room temperature.
Well, maybe a little beyond room temperature, but I see it. You kill two birds with one stone. You get you a nap in, and you warm up your cheese.
But not too warm.
How I feel about warming
body
up
temperature warm.
I don't mind cheese a little warmer.
Thank you, Nancy. I don't want anybody giving some gas rumbles down there to melt that cheese. That'd be awful.
Well, front pocket.
Well, that's worse.
You put it in his front pocket.
You tell me if there's some gas rumbles he's having in his sleep that some of that doesn't waft up in his front pocket.
It's good. Well, it's good.
I mean, that's getting a little too close to the famunda category.
I was thinking it. I didn't say it. Okay. This just came roaring back to me as a memory. I just thought of a grandma candy that I don't know if my mother is watching, but there was a lady that was connected with my Honduran God family, and she had Bratch's watermelon discs. Now, as a 6-year-old and 7-year-old, that was exotic stuff. She lived in Hyde Park. It was a hard can. It was a watermelon disc, and it was pink. And that was in the days where watermelon candy was pretty exotic to us Sardinia kids.
I don't know that I've ever imbibed in that particular watermelon.
Mom found some. But like it was a rarity, but it was Bratch's also.
They didn't have that at Cartwright's drugstore.
They did not.
Sam didn't stock that.
So I'm wondering how many of the famous candies we grew up with were Bratches. Makes me want to look that up now, Brady. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So
mean,
speaking of Bratches, the white nougat candy with the fruit gel pox.
Like pickle loaf, but in candy form.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it.
I did too. I really did. Now, speaking of tongue punching, you couldn't tongue punch that fruity center out for
nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
man.
So
Now that's one you could put in your pocket and take a nap. That would do that candy good.
Put that in your pocket and take a nap.
So here are the Bratches. They have candy corn, which we've had that debate on here before. I'm a candy corn fan, but I want the brown tip rather than the white tip.
Oh, yeah. I was just eating some confectionery maize the other day.
What's the
brown
difference?
tip's chocolate, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, there is a slight difference. I like my confectionery maize yeller in
Well,
orange.
actually,
and
I
white.
don't think it's the tip. Is it? Is it brown, then orange, and then white? See how this is yellow, orange. I think
the tip is white, and
no matter
the
what,
base is the base is the yellow or brown, depending.
You know what I don't like? I don't like those pumpkin shaped candy corn.
Too much sugar.
The shape has a
Too
lot
much
to
of a
do
good
with,
thing.
Yeah. Conversation hearts are Bratches.
Well, I think sweet tarts are Bratches.
Well, I'm not there yet, but
I do not believe so.
Well, the conversation
Bratches,
hearts.
Bratches sweethearts are small heart shaped sugar candies sold out. Yep.
Well, but sweet tarts has heart candy too.
Right. I think the sweethearts were first.
Yeah.
I bet.
Sweet tarts before sweet hearts.
I bet Fairbairn likes some hearts and tarts.
Hey, when Fairbairn comes out to the Bairn in the country to get some sweet country R, he is yeah.
So nougats, Brack's chewy sweet nougats are available seasonally in different flavors.
Nougats,
like
different
Mr.
flavors.
Howell was there.
Is that the ones we're talking about, Eric?
I think that is. But I didn't know they came in different flavors. That
It
may be
says
worth an exploration.
It says they have been peppermint, wintergreen, and cinnamon for the Christmas season, candy corn flavor for Halloween, and ice cream flavor for Easter. I don't think that we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, it must not be.
That ice cream sounds good.
Brady, you want to look that up real quick while I finish the list? It's Bratches Nougats. Jelly beans, the original jelly beans are Bratches. Chocolate included, in addition to seasonal products, Bratches sells chocolates, including malt balls, double dipped peanuts, chocolate stars,
chocolate stars,
almond supremes, and bridge mix. For Easter, the malt balls are egg shaped. Is that the candy?
Yeah, those are the nougats.
I don't. Yeah,
it looks like a Kandinsky painting wrapped.
But I don't want any part of those mint nougats. Or what was the other candy corn flavor new? I don't want any of that either.
They make the Neapolitan coconut we talked about earlier. And by the way, you guys will be happy to know the Bratches Sundays Neapolitan coconut have been out of production since 2012. So the only one, they're just probably dusty on a Cracker Barrel shelf, right?
It's in the bottom of some grandma's purse somewhere.
Bratches also makes year-round candies, including Star Bright Mints, Caramel Royals, Lemon Drops, Spice Drops,
Caramel Royals,
Maple Nut Goodies.
No,
I don't like the
maple nut.
I like.
You're expecting it to taste like You're expecting it to taste like caramel, and it tastes like an old pancake, and that's not good.
So Brady, have you ever had one of the? I know you and I are both custard-filled donut fans.
Oh yeah,
and like the Long Johns. But have you had one of the Long John or with that have the maple icing instead of like chocolate? I like it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the long ones that have that maple leaf. Now they have a caramel icing, which is okay, but I don't dig the maple icing. No.
Really?
Yeah.
White
I'm looking-
frosting in the long yawn. The only way to go.
Really?
Yes,
I got a picture.
Can you taste that much of the
watermelon
difference?
discs.
absolutely.
Zoom out a little bit, Brady. It looks like
Yeah.
raw meat.
It does.
No, like, can you zoom the picture out, or is that
Let
what it is?
me see if I can find a better picture.
That almost looked like grapefruit or something, Brady. So, Eric, you're telling me you don't like the chocolate Long Johns with the chocolate icing?
No.
Really?
I don't know that I can taste that much of a difference between the icing. I think the icing is just the same flavor no matter what, other than the maple. And what about, you don't like custard, Eric? You prefer creme?
I prefer creme, yes.
Now, will you not eat custard, or is it just you prefer creme?
I actually will go out of my way to avoid custard, or I will avoid custard. I don't want to say I'll go out of my way to avoid it.
Custard is better when it's a little cooler. If it gets warm, it can start to get that kind of sour tartness to it.
Yes.
This is not what I'm talking about, but I've seen these and they just look frightening.
Oh yeah.
That looks like sushi of some sort.
Yeah, it's supposed to look like watermelon, but it doesn't. It's kind of like watermelon candy. It's supposed to taste like watermelon, but it doesn't. It's suggested. But the Brock's watermelon hard candy, yeah. So I found it.
Look.
That's all they are right there. Well, you couldn't tell that from any other red candy.
It was pink.
Well, this says that's watermelon.
It could just be the coloring. I mean, you know what I mean?
Maybe they changed the coloring since 1974.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this almost looked like pink stained glass.
Maybe it's like certain schools still had all color tradition.
Yeah, right.
You know, the watermelon, some of the watermelon candy, I think, gets a little too pink because watermelon can be pretty red. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the redder it is, the worse it is because it gets grainy. Nothing worse than grainy watermelon.
I think it's such a fine line, Eric, because the other side of that is the closer you get to the rind, it gets lighter pink, and it's not as good there either.
Okay, yeah, can't be near white, can't be really deep red.
Well,
it's
right all, in the middle. Never mind.
I don't mind a little watermelon grit.
I don't want any grit. So here's what the historian says, and I believe he may be correct. This conversation may just top the coleslaw conversation as the longest lupine distraction of this podcast history.
Yes,
none of this was planned. No. I don't even know where this came from, to be honest.
Do you know why I'm smiling? Because this is the essence of our show.
Yeah.
If I try to explain to somebody what it is, this right here.
Whatever this is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like we were doing a rundown of our live and we didn't talk about candy. I guess maybe it got started with the truffles. Maybe that's where we went off. But I don't know how we got here.
Can I throw something out about the watermelon candy while I'm thinking? Todd, where you said that it's too pink and most watermelons more red. I think it's pink to distinguish it from cherry and strawberry candy. So if you know it's pink, it's watermelon.
But I think in the shades of crimson candies, the darker is cherry, the slightly lighter is strawberry, and then the slightly more lighter is watermelon. Would you guys say that's
fire engine red is cinnamon?
Correct.
Right. Although there's not a whole lot of difference between cherry and cinnamon as far as the color.
Yeah, that could be a unwelcome surprise.
Right.
Absolutely. But red pop the big red cream soda. I could never figure out why it was red, because traditional cream soda is the amber color.
Yeah.
So I never could understand, because there for a while, red creme sodas dominated the market.
Yeah, so you couldn't find. I think A&W finally came out with the amber creme soda.
The traditional one, yeah.
Yeah, A&W creme soda I know is not red.
Yeah.
One was called Big Red. I think Bark was. It had a red one.
Did they have a red one?
But
Yep, sure
Red
did.
Pop was just called Red Pop. I always just call it Red
Yeah.
Pop. Whatever I'm drinking, whatever brand.
yeah,
You know, Red Pop is not something I crave. Every once in a while, so we do. My partner and I will do like behavior bonus Fridays, and we will occasionally do like ice cream sundae parties and things like that for our kids. And we'll always bring in a bottle of Red Pop. And every once in a while, it's good to get me a nice float. I said Sunday, I meant float. A nice Red Pop float. You gotta bring your
have a name. The Red Pop float has some sort of catchy nickname, doesn't it?
isn't it like a Red Baron or something?
Yeah, something like that.
You got to bring in your root beer, you got to bring in your orange, and you got to bring in your red. Those are your three.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up, Eric. A red float.
Big Red eventually came out with a blue cream soda, Big Blue.
I would like to try
Smurf
that.
soda? No way. No, thank you.
I don't recall that.
I do not want a Smurf Whiz soda. No way.
I guess it depends on what hue of blue it is.
Bluish hue.
All right, Eric. Trying to
So
find it here.
we're over 45 minutes talking about, well, I don't know, not fully 45, probably a good 35 talking about this offshoot topic.
That I still don't know how it started.
No idea.
That's going to be a job for the historian. He'll have to find on the interstate where the exit happened.
He's going to have to unravel that and let us
The
know.
Euclidean knot.
What?
Isn't it called a Euclidean knot? Wait a minute. I'm close.
I don't know. I assume that's a knot that's hard to find.
No, it's the Greek. It's a mythical knot that was so.
What color is that
so
knot?
Difficult. It's not a balloon. But like it was some knot. It's Euclidean. There's Euclidean mathematics, but it's EUCLY. I know what I'm talking about.
I think it's called the little man in the boat knot.
Euclidean geometry.
May I suggest some enunciation here?
So the historian says Oreos was, and Todd mentioned purse candy, and it went off the rails from. See, I even forgot the purse candy business. I guess that's where it went off.
Yeah, maybe so.
Okay.
Sucking candy.
Sucking candy.
Yeah. EUCLIDEAN. A Euclidean knot is a knot embedded in three-dimensional Euclidean space, which is familiar space around us in a three-sphere. It's
Enunciate that D.
Yeah. So let's get back on track here with the rehashing of the live episode. So we got through the Oreo taste test, and then we had, I believe we ended the first segment with the.
Well, that was the end of the first segment.
Right. Did we open the next segment with the music?
Yes.
So we did a bracket, and a much shorter bracket than we a bracket. Then we a much shorter bracket than we normally do for time's sake. We did a worst
one-hit wonders
bracket, and we had, what was it, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. And I'm surprised we didn't have we didn't ruffle as many feathers as I thought we would with that.
No.
people were pretty much in lockstep, weren't they? Whoever that gentleman
I mean,
sitting by the
there were
back by
some.
the building.
I know one of those songs that I know Sega really likes, and Darren was involved in that too. Like it was something he really liked. I can't. What was the overall winner?
That's what I was trying to remember who it was or which it was.
Crap.
Brady, do you remember? Was it
was
Playground in My Mind?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, creepy. So creepy.
I was really hoping that Black Horse and a Cherry Tree would take the prize.
You know, and I had an enlightened moment, and I thought about the title of that song, and I know what it means now. I didn't even have to read the lyrics.
What?
The subject of the song was doing something for the first time.
Geometry.
And, no.
Really?
It was a crossroads of life moment for her.
Like the devil at the crossroads. Yeah. I'm following.
And the partner she had in this crossroads of life moment was
yes.
Again, look at the title of the song, but and all of a sudden it made some sort of sense. Although I've not read all the lyrics, maybe it makes more sense.
I will tell you, and I don't mean to shoot you down. That was urban legend. She said that's not what it was about.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Right.
they do that though. It gets out what it's about, and then they say that's not what it's about.
Right.
Are we talking about the same song?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. That was the segment where there were multiple kids picketing the podcast with Buttle the Cat picket signs in the yard.
I got to be honest. There's a lot of podcasts out there, but I bet not many of them can say that they've had a line of protesters. Yeah, a line of picketers with Buttle the Cat signs.
Well, no non-political podcasts anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And the funniest thing is they were playing and marching with the signs, and that's what cracked me up. And I just looked up at that surreal moment. It's like, we got a protest. We've got picketers with Buttle the Cat signs. And it was that moment everybody turned around and it's like, yeah, it was very funny. Very funny.
It was. So we think Playground in My Mind was the loser.
It was.
Or the winner, however you like to look at it. I don't know who was in the finals though. Playground in My Mind versus
Feelings, maybe.
Feeling.
No.
They both were from the 70s.
Or the Brand New Key song.
Oh, I think it was Don't Worry, Be Happy, maybe.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah,
or Hot.
It was.
I'm not sure which.
Hot.
Hat.
As you can see, they were all pretty
And
robust choices to...
So then we went from that into... I forgot about Am I the Asshole?
Oh, yeah.
That was in the first segment.
That was in the first segment. What does a fox say?
Yeah. We shut the Am I the Asshole? Yeah, we shut Am I the Asshole down. The ending with the guy whose wife unfortunately had some
flatulence.
So, it wasn't his wife, actually, was it? It was his girlfriend, wasn't it?
Girlfriend. He was not allowed to use the master bathroom.
Right.
And he went in there and
peed. Oh, yeah. Must have been eating some asparagus.
Asparagus. And then the final segment was Match Game, which, like I said, got totally lost in the stream. But that was fun.
It was fun. It took me a while to it's hard for me to shut off trying to be funny, and I needed to just play the game. I was trying to you know what I mean?
Well, but see, I had everyone, they were supposed to be seated in a certain order.
Yeah.
But people didn't sit in that order. But that chair that you were in, you played that part very well.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's what's supposed to happen in that chair.
okay.
I had originally put Gary Troutman in that chair because I thought he would be the master of that.
Well, yeah, he probably would have done a much better job. But either way, I'm glad that I didn't just completely bring that chair shame. I still think my best answer is the one that I didn't get. It was the I forget what it was. Something about.
I know it's all blur, isn't it?
But it was one about calling the like eating at a restaurant or something like that. They offered the food was so bad they offered this on the menu, and I said something along the lines of antacids or something, whatever it was, roll aged Tums. I thought,
yeah.
Anywho, that was fun. We should do that again sometime. Do you remember when we did for a while on the podcast when we did the trivia or whatever live, like we had people live doing it?
Yeah.
Like from their houses and stuff. We could do that again sometime too.
We could. All right. So that was the live at 5. And again, we have another one coming up on November 30th. So as Brady said earlier, holiday themed, although we haven't parsed that out yet, of course, but
right.
It will be a Thanksgiving / Christmas, maybe / New Year's sort of themology there. Going into the holidays.
And it will be at no other than longtime listener, Gary Troutman's place of business.
Yes. Sardinia Perk.
Sardinia Perk.
So we'll pass that information along as more close to that November 30th date. But again, thank everyone. I do want to post that. I'm going to have to do some editing on. See, I'm going to have to talk to you all if you feel it's worth our while to post that live stream as an episode, and it's going to be chopped. It's going to be chopped up. That's the problem. I mean,
without the game.
For our Patreon the subscribers.
Yeah, but we lost big chunks of it. But anyway, so nearing an hour, gentlemen. That lupine excursion, whatever you want to call it.
Diversion.
Probably a good 50, close to 50 minutes. Anything else we need to say on any of those notes with sucking candies or?
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Oh.
So I guess we are truly playing it by ear in front of everyone right now. Do we continue? Brady had a topic that he was going to do. Or do we just go on to the gain?
So let's put it up for our audience. How many people do we have? Anybody in the room still?
Well, Brady can give his topic.
Okay, let's.
You mean do the topic or Brady?
No. Brady just tells the topic if they're going to vote. I mean,
So here are your two choices. Brady will talk about his topic or he'll tell us what the topic is, and Eric has a brand new gain tonight. So. Brady?
Ready for my topic? It is 21 tweets / ideas that are both absolutely terrible and absolutely brilliant at the same time.
21 what ideas?
Terrible. 21 terrible, absolutely terrible, kind of like you might be a bad person slightly, but brilliant simultaneously.
Okay. That is option A. Keep in mind, whichever option that you vote down.
Oh, Eric's gone.
Whichever option you vote down, we will just do the next episode.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what happened there.
I was scared.
We're all back. So what I was saying, Eric, while you were out, if you heard me, is if whichever topic they vote against, we'll just do it another night. So it's not like it's not like you're
right. So, audience, what say you? The game is called the Heart and Brain Quiz Game with Yeti. So, the object basically is that one of our guest hosts or one of our hosts is going to have to guess what the other one might have said with a particular question. So, what say you, audience? Whoever, hopefully, people are still in the room after that little hiccup we just had.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're there.
Hello. Of course, there's there's some delay. I don't know how long they probably even heard the question yet. So, got to give them some time.
They give them some time.
While we're doing that, Eric, we didn't. I think we cut you off earlier before you did our where people can find us and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yes, you cut me off. You said before you do that, and then
yes,
we never got back to it. But up here, if you look, we are on Facebook, X, and Instagrams. Actually, we haven't been running on Instagrams. I probably should take that off. It's a pain to go live on Instagram. Like you have this special code you got to put in, and it only goes for an hour. Like the code goes off after an hour. But so Gary missed the question. The question is, do we do Brady's topic or do we do extra time for the game? So we play longer in the game, or do we do Brady's topic and a shorter game? So right. I guess that's the question.
Savannah says both.
She does.
Which I guess, Savannah, I mean, technically, we go 2-3 weeks without episodes. I guess technically we owe it to people.
Yes. Gary says yes.
Yes.
Whatever.
All right, let's do the topic.
Well,
and then we'll do the game.
Okay. All right. I'll get going. Let it be Wong. 21 brilliant ideas. Excuse me, 21 ideas that are absolutely terrible and brilliant at the same time. So this might not be a nice person that does it. It might be slightly morally questionable, but it's brilliant. Here we go. Let me go with number 1, the parking ticket idea. This person gave himself a parking ticket so they don't. So he had a fake parking ticket that he would put on his windshield wiper. So the meter maid or the cops can't give him a ticket because there's already one there. Brilliant or terrible?
I would say brilliant, but I'm not sure how exactly that would work, because you would have to have several different styles of tickets, it seems like, because you'd have to have a ticket that is the same style as that jurisdiction.
That almost seems like the the trick gum and trick candy and stuff like that, or like the fake shampoo bottles that you sneak alcohol onto cruises and stuff with. Like if you look at it closely, you know damn well that's not a real brand of shampoo, or that's not a real brand of chewing gum and stuff.
Maybe it's one they actually got and they paid it online but kept the original.
Well, but
that could be a possibility.
Fair.
So
Sig has a good point. Is that illegal?
Probably not.
I would say it has to be illegal. You're duping the police.
But how?
So there you go.
Yeah, but that would be like saying if I put a fake snake on my windshield up there that I could somehow get in trouble for having. I mean, you're not doing anything to the police. The police are the ones coming up. You're not like calling them over. I mean, you're not.
Well, you're getting in the way of justice.
Yeah, the police aren't handing out snakes.
But I'm saying it's their choice. It's their choice. I don't know. I would like to talk to her about this, because I don't think you're doing anything. It's not like you're doing something to attract the police officer there. And then once they're there, if they make the choice not to give you another ticket, that's their choice. There's nothing against the law for them to give you another ticket, even though you already have one there on your dashboard.
Yeah.
Now, if that were the case, if there was some sort of law that said I don't think it's illegal. Yeah. Anybody know a lawyer we can ask?
Lawyer.
Call Brett Maislin, Blake Maislin.
But I think in the big cities, like, they have electronic tickets, like printers, and they can probably go back and look up license plate numbers to see if that had been ticketed or not. That'd be my guess.
Technology's making that harder. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
All right. Ready for the next one? Oh, wait a minute.
That's true, Chris.
That's true. So
At
Chris,
least 8-hour shifts, and the ticket would be dated. So unless it was a shift change, they would know they didn't write that ticket.
True.
Fair.
Good point.
You got to make it look real clownish. You got to make it look real clownish, and then hope that the police officer had a good sense of humor. You just have like something that says like parking ticket real big with an exclamation point on it, and then you put it there just for fun. But yeah, see, you're right. I guess technically you're impersonating a law officer, although are you?
You're not impersonating it because you're using the one that's already been given. Maybe you just didn't take it down.
Yeah, but that wouldn't keep you safe from that, because like you could use a police officer's uniform that's been used and you're still impersonating. You know what I'm saying? Like if I use something that a police officer had, that still would count as impersonating a police officer.
True.
You know what I mean? Like a police. Yeah. I think the safest way would be to have a fake one.
I say
a real one.
I say obstruction of justice. That's what I say.
Well, yeah, but a fake one I think would get you in less trouble. Because a real one, if you use one, I think it would be impersonating. Like
but what is the intent of the person putting it in their windshield? It's obstruction of justice, no matter if it's fake or if it's an old real one.
Well, let me ask you a question. Could they prove it? Could they prove that you didn't just leave it there? I mean, is it against the law to keep speeding tickets in your windshield?
Do they need to prove it? Do they need to prove it?
I mean, it's like people that wear the tags on their baseball hats. It's like...
Okay, so let me give you an example. If I go to a parking garage or something somewhere and I get one of those tickets, I've been known to leave that thing up there for months just because I'm too lazy to reach up and grab it and throw it away. So you don't think I could argue and say, yeah, I left that up there. I wasn't trying to do anything by it. I just left it up there. Since I got it, I didn't.
But the police are not putting them on your dashboard. They're putting them under your wiper. And you're not driving around with tickets under your wiper without removing them.
But again, my argument would be like, is it against the law to store my speeding tickets on my dashboard? And that's where I put them.
No, probably not. But again, they're not putting them on your dashboard when they give you one.
Right.
So again, I say obstruction of justice.
We need a lawyer. Why don't we have a lawyer friend?
I do.
Four.
Just not a listener.
Four.
Hey, Mr. Maisland, you could do a commercial on our podcast for a slight sponsorship if you chime in.
So, question about Mr. Maisland, speaking of him. How did he manage to get 444 in every area code? Because Blake Maisland is not just a Cincinnati guy. Blake Maisland is like in Arizona and stuff.
What?
I saw Blake Maisland billboard in Las Vegas. 444.
I'm devastated by that.
4444.
Whatever. Kind of like Cornell and Cordell, that they're licensed in about 20 different states.
Right. But they have those little disclaimers on the bottom of their commercials that say, this lawyer may not be the one that takes your case because they may not be licensed to practice law in the state that you're in.
I don't want him to practice. I want him to be good at it.
So when you call 4444444, you may get a referral, if you will, to another attorney.
That would, yeah, it's questionable. Although he does do those Bengals commercials, man. He's all about the 2-day. But anyway,
Gary, there are no lawyers on Reddit. They're all revolutionaries. So. Sorry, that was slightly political. My apologies.
Yeah.
It's Reddit. Who cares?
Chris says 4 out of 5 lawyers have to have the moniker of the Hammer. That's why Greg Valentine was an incredible attorney at law.
Yeah.
All right. This next one, the vacuuming idea. If you're feeling lazy, just know that my mom had asked my brother to vacuum his room, but he YouTubed a vacuum sound and laid in bed.
That's straight out of the Ferris Bueller playbook right there.
Yeah. Oh, that tickled me.
I guess it depends on how dirty the room was. If you get away with that one.
Yeah. You put it over a Bluetooth speaker, man, that's gonna... Oh, that's a good one. Okay, the Valentine's Day idea. This is pretty suspect. Valentine's Day idea. Go bar hopping and fake a proposal in each place so people buy you drinks all night. They did this and it worked.
I mean,
So you have a prop girl that you take around and propose.
Yeah,
and,
this could be your friend girl. And
well, that's what I'm saying. A prop girl, or
Yeah.
could be your wife, I guess.
I mean, that's no different than people saying it's their birthday at a restaurant.
yeah.
yeah, Brady.
Yeah.
What?
I got punked.
Brady's been victim of that. It's
Oh,
your
yeah.
birthday. The classic Todd Griffin quote: "Just eat your damn ice cream."
Oh,
Yeah.
when was that?
That was my and Jennifer's rehearsal dinner
Oh, that's
at
right.
Chi Chi's.
Who's
And
the
they
one
come
that?
in clapping, and I'm like,
And he's looking around. I wish we had video of that.
Who's the one that? Who's the one that told him?
I don't know.
I don't
never
remember.
What a night that was. That and the Philadelphia joke. It's two pieces of comedy gold in one night.
The what joke?
Well, that was that night,
joke.
wasn't it?
Yes.
All right.
The joke we can't say the joke on here, folks. Sorry, but the
sorry.
funny thing about that joke is that SJ and I, for years, I thought I was the one who said it, and I was like willing to fight like over that I said it, and I think I finally gave up and realized I'm not the one who said it, but it was such a good joke that I think I wanted to say it and didn't say it. So in my mind, I twisted it to make it like I said it. So it was like 20 years. I thought I said it.
I don't think your joke telling had properly marinated at that time. You're still pretty young.
Yeah.
All right. This lady, Michaela, I once worked with someone who told customers, "Sorry, it's my first day," anytime she messed up for 2 years straight.
That's solid.
That's solid. Okay. Another one. Like I said, some of these don't take a lot of comment. They're just like, "Yeah, that's cool."
Isn't that one? I mean, doesn't that one relate to faking someone a death in the family to get out of work type thing?
Yeah, I think so. How about, okay, this one, the drinking idea. Not eating all day so that you could get drunk or so you could become inebriated off like one beer, and it's called financial health. Look it up. Let's see. Oh my gosh. This one's going to have some moral debating. Ready?
Yes.
The graveyard idea. Police got behind me, and my next left was the cemetery. I turned in that cemetery, and he turned in too. I went to somebody named Jerry, and I said, "Hey, I'm in a jam." And I broke down crying and hugged Jerry. And he had no idea who he was. It was a funeral, so the cop let him go because he was like crying on a stranger, and he's like, "Just go with it, man."
So there was a funeral going on.
Yes.
How do you know the guy's name was Jerry?
That it doesn't say. It does not say that, which I'm curious about that too, because like unless he has a "Hello, my name is Jerry" or "Hello, my name is MC Nuts," they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know. Yeah. But pulling into a funeral to get out of and see what I think the guy. I think what he is saying, he had to make a left turn, and the cop, he might have made a U-E. The cop pulled him over, but he pulled into the cemetery and acted like he was grieving.
That's pretty suspect right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my God. Prepare yourself, gentlemen. The pooping idea. The best thing I ever did at work was bring poop shoes. Shoes that you put on to go to the bathroom so people don't know who it is you while you're following it up, and all they see is his shoes. So you have stunt shoes, so nobody knows who it is.
That is brilliant.
I think it would be even more fun as a guy to take some high heels with you.
Oh my gosh.
Well, first of all, it would have to be a serious turn of events for me to use a restroom at work that someone would be able to walk in and see what shoes I have on. Now, if it's a one-seater where I can lock the door, yeah, maybe.
A serious turn of events.
Yeah.
Like a serious churn of events.
So what you need to get a really obnoxious pair of cheap, like, tennis shoes, like a bright fuchsia. The only time that you wear them is to go in and conduct commerce. So people wonder who the pink-shoed bandit is.
That would be the talk of the office.
It would be.
I have just a side note. I have the worst lighting in podcast history in my room tonight. I just realized. Now I have light eyebrows anyway, but I look like I have no eyebrows in this lighting right here. I don't mean to be vain, but yeah.
And you sound like Max Headroom right now.
Do I sound like Max Headroom?
Yeah, you're starting to get pixelated.
Yeah. Well, that has nothing to do with my lack of eyebrows. So the problem here's the problem. So my lovely wife was given a new record vinyl stand to put albums on, and so she put it in front of my other vinyl stand and moved everything, which made her take the lamp and put it back in the back corner. So I have the light in a completely different part of the room. This is the first podcast we've done since this has happened, and I'm using a new computer. So anyway, that's my reason for that. I actually have eyebrows. You just can't tell. Yeah, they're lighter, but they're not missing. So I didn't shave them off. For those of you worried, that I shaved my eyebrows off, I'm sure everybody was worried.
Pencil some in for next week. Okay, there's the gum idea. This is pretty elementary, but it's practical. Whenever I'm at school, I carry an empty and a full pack of gum. So when people ask me for chewing gum, I show them, I just use my last one, and you pull out the empty one, but you keep the full one in your pocket.
Tastes like dirt.
Yep. The pickle idea. My grandfather once told me that when Grandma gets mad at him, he goes in and tightens the pickle jar lid so tight that she'll have to talk to him to get it open.
Hang on a minute here.
Yes.
So if she's that mad at him, why does he want to talk to her? I would be afraid of her. And then she's going to be mad because she can't get the pickle jar open. She's already mad at him. She's going to be even more mad that she can't get the jar open and has to ask for his help. So therefore, he's liable to get a pickle upside the head.
Depends on how much she wants the pickle, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, when Grandma wants the pickle, there's no stopping her.
Right.
I think probably her deal was that she would do the silent sulking, so that would end that.
Yeah.
So, Clarence, open this pickle jar. That's a start.
Clarence.
All right.
Well, I mean, again, that could go against you. Once you give
it could.
When Grandma wants a gherkin, don't come a gherkin.
Grandma Fairbairn. I'll take a gherkin.
Gherkin. Don't you come a gherkin.
Was Grandpa the Swedish chef? Oh. No one outside of our circle of friends.
Nobody thinks that's funny. But here's the thing about it, folks. We know that.
And we still keep going back to that well.
Oh my gosh.
The well's not dry yet.
We should try to get Fairbairn to come and be a guest host sometime for an episode, just to.
What you do? Email him, say, "Hey, dude, we're making fun of your name. You want to come on our podcast?"
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. He would take all the R out of the room. Then it would be airt.
Have we ever even tried to explain that? I mean, I don't think you can. Yeah, it's just the guy's name's Fairborn.
Fairbairn.
Is
It is
it's not pronounced
Fairbairn.
Fairbairn, is it?
Yes.
Is it?
It's spelled
That's
way.
why we thought we said it Fairbairn being funny, and then when his name was Fairbairn, we got to cracking up laughing because that was actually we thought we were being funny, but that
It's
was
spelled
the name.
Fairborn, though, isn't it?
No, it's
No.
spelled Fairbairn.
You're gonna make me think this isn't as funny now. If his actual name is Fairbairn, there's nothing funny about saying his actual name. That'd be like saying "Ha ha Fiscus." I mean, that's Eric's actual name. I mean,
Well, saying the name is not the funny part. It's the other words we say with his name.
So anything that is supposed to be an AR, like R sound, we say it air.
So then when I was
supposed
in
to be air, we say R.
So when I was in Fairborn and sent you guys the water tower, that was nothing. That's actually not funny because it actually was pronounced Fairborn, which is not how he spells his name nor how he pronounces his name.
He spells
Correct.
his name Fairbarn, and we just assumed that it was silent I.
Speaking of Eric, the needing to buy a vowel guy, that guy, he has too many vowels. Why do you need so many silent letters in your name?
I don't know.
So, Eric, you gonna take a crack at that,
No.
Mr. Golden? He is a Hawaiian American, and his middle name has more letters than as Reader's Digest.
Is that correct? Is
All
that
right.
true?
All right. I'll give it a try here. John Christian Kaimi Noa La Moeka Aikioa Keko Umpa Fairbairn.
Say, the Fairbairn is all you need to know.
After all that, they snuck that I in there.
Are you sure it's pronounced Fairbairn though?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I see it's spelled Fairbairn, but I thought it was pronounced.
Oh, actually, Todd, I think what the deal was, we thought it was Fairbarn, and we thought the announcer was saying Fairbairn, and then we found out it was that it was actually spelled Fairbairn.
I know there was a barn ref, like we started calling like just a barn a bairn.
In the bairn and
In the bairn.
because then we said the Brown County Fairbairns. All right.
You're right. That's what I said. You got to know your wife before trying. Yeah, so my wife likes to pride herself on being able to get jars without my help because she MacGyvers it. She looks up ways. We got a giant rubber band in our drawer that she gets out just to get jar lids off. So she doesn't have to ask me.
The rubber band.
Yeah, if you take like one of the thicker rubber bands around the jar lid, a lot of times that'll help you. It just helps your grip. And then plus we have this rubber. It's like a
vice.
Yeah, no, it's like a rubber doily.
Well, see, I was going to say when I was a kid, we had one looked like someone cut the top off a whoopee cushion.
Yes, I was doing, and oh man, they get smacked with that, and it hurt like heck.
Smacked across the chops with that.
Oh yeah, because you would stretch it and lose track of it, and it hit you in the face. Heaven forbid you made mom mad. She nailed you with that thing from 5 yards.
Speaking of that, it had the little rubber teats on it.
Yes,
the traction teats.
Yes, traction teats.
Oh my
That's not a nickname you want to earn right there. Traction teats.
Traction teats.
Sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon or something. Anyway, the Saturday traction teats. All right. The ringtone idea. One time my phone went off in the middle of the ACT, but the good news, I had been dumb, and I'd set my ringtone as a recording of me sniffing and clearing my throat. Nobody suspected a thing. This is proof standardized tests don't measure intelligence. So his ringtone was like, so whenever it went off, nobody would catch him.
So we have these air freshener things. I bought one for the basement a while back, and now we have one in the living room, and they're supposed to help with like pet odors and things like that. And but anyway, you set it up to automatically spray. So like ours, like the highest setting I think is like I don't know if it's every 45 minutes or something like that, every 30 minutes. Anyway, man, in the middle of the night when the house is absolutely silent and that thing does its thing, it scares the absolute crap out of you. No matter how many times you hear it, you're not ready for it because it sounds somewhat like a demon talking to you. Between that and somebody that's lurking in your house, kind of clearing your throat. It's just kind of like. So I'll literally be laying there in my room and I'll hear somewhere in the house. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's somebody in the house. And then I'm like, oh, it's the air freshener thing. And then 5 minutes later, I hear it again because we have two of them going and they're not set the same. They're not set at the same time. And one will be real faint and I can tell it's from the basement. And I'm like, okay, there's a demon in the basement and then the one in the living room. So anyway, you got to be there, I guess. But it's scary.
Yeah.
How do you ever sleep at night?
Yeah. I guess in that 30 or 45 minutes between them going off, it doesn't wake me up. I'll say that. It's not that loud, but it's just, and that's, I think it's why it's so scary. It's not loud enough. It's to the point where it almost sounds like somebody's trying to be quiet, but just like scare the jeebies out of you.
The ice machine, my countertop ice machine does that. So when it like gets heavy enough to fall, it's like rah, blah, and it sounds like something.
Well, like our ice maker in the fridge is loud, but it's funny because literally every time it does it, stays like, what was that? And I'm like, it's the same ice machine that's been doing that for years. It doesn't
startles
change.
The dogs.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see how we're doing on time. Okay, the essay idea. Now, just in case one of my students, I don't think they would be, but in case somebody's listening, close your ears. My sister told me she's been adding words into the end of the essay and paragraphs and changing the text color to white to up the word count.
Hang on a minute. Say that again. You lost me.
So she has been adding words on the end of essay paragraph or essays. So
just
she'll
nonsense
just like
words, right?
Pie, loofah, blah blah, and then she changes the text color to white, so the word count shows.
That is brilliant.
Brilliant.
That is brilliant. Yes, and yeah, Brady, you just gave some bad ideas to students out there that are listening. Wow.
Okay, this one is a picture one. This lady.
Hang on a second. Would that work though?
Probably.
I mean, it would work to get your word count up, but then when the professor was grading it,
I mean, it couldn't be like 200 words short, but if you're like 50 words short and it was well written, just a little bit short,
it would be more fun to like put like little snide remarks and stuff and comments to the professor, like invisible ink.
Yeah, until you forget to forget to include it on Google Doc view only.
Right.
And it's added all of a sudden. Hey, I think you're a horse's anus or something.
Exactly. Your mama was a snowblower, professor.
All right. This lady, this is a little bit visual, but she says she has found a new way to get snacks into a movie. Let me show you the before. Looks like a styrofoam half coconut. Here is the after. So she put a.
I thought that was something else.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm just going to be as gentle as I can be. I thought it was like a cup for a brawl.
Oh,
like a hollowed out boob, if you will, for a brawl.
Oh, okay.
Show the first picture again.
The first picture.
I didn't realize the size of it. You're over here. Yeah. See what I mean? I didn't see that.
Well, look at the hand compared to.
I didn't see the hand. He had it closer the first time. I didn't see. All I saw was.
And then, so what it was, she puts it under her shirt, and it looks like she is an expectant mother, but it's actually a hollowed out thing where she sneaks in snacks to the movie.
Now, I'll be honest, we just gave 2 ideas to people tonight because I think my idea would work as well. Depending on cup size and things like that, I think my idea would work as well. And I'm gonna be honest, you don't need that much candy. That's a lot of candy to smell in a whole belly full of it.
Well, Gary said he tried both ways, and neither one of them killed him.
Well, Gary, you probably only used one. They're like, nobody's that lopsided.
Miss Wilson brings a solid point.
Yep.
She said that people are looking more closely at invisible text now because of AI, so that'd be risky nowadays.
Never thought of that.
I know, that's all right. This person, the twin idea, I told everyone at work that I have a twin so that when I see them in public, I don't talk to him. And he passes it off on the identical twin. Okay. I got to read through this one. So this isn't making sense to me. It's just called the bank idea. This older lady came to a bank that I worked at to withdraw $10. I told her that for withdrawals less than 100, excuse me, she has to use the ATM. So she asked to withdraw $1,000 in $10 bills. It sucked, but I counted them out and handed her the money. She took out $10 and gave me a $990 deposit this.
You didn't understand that?
Well, I didn't get to the end. I just saw the numbers. I'm not sure where this is going.
That would work.
Yeah.
I think rules like, first off, if that's true, that's a silly rule anyway. When there's such easy loopholes, then it's a silly rule.
Agreed.
All right. Couldn't get a taxi home last night, so I went in a kebab shop, ordered a delivery to my address, and got in with the delivery driver. I'm a genius.
Now, hang on a minute.
Yeah,
Are
say
there
it
actually-
again. Say it again.
Okay.
I lost.
I couldn't
got
get a
lost.
taxi home, so I went into a kebab shop, like a shish kebab. I
Yeah.
have a reference point for that in a moment, and ordered a delivery to my address, and then I got in with the delivery driver and came home with him. So I was told at a conference that science teachers camp thing that I went to a couple years ago in Georgia, we had an Australian
Georgia.
international attendee, and where we have White Castle in Australia, it's kebab shops.
See, that's what I was getting ready to ask you. Are there actual kebab shops out there?
Yes, not in Australia. They're a big deal.
Gotcha.
So is he saying he couldn't pay for a taxi, or there were no
It
taxis
just says
around?
I couldn't get a taxi home, meaning maybe it was past the time. So at the 24-hour, the late night post bar kebab shop, he ordered kebabs for his home and got in with the driver.
I think that's
Brilliant.
solid.
Okay. My dad sneaks his remote into the local bar so he could change the channel when he doesn't like what they have on. Like a universal remote. And there's a picture of him. All right. And last one. I have a daughter that I'm going to name her Lizard, and then she'll get the nickname Liz, and everyone be like, "Oh, is that short for Elizabeth?" And will have to say, "No, my name is Lizard." That's just mean.
Yeah.
All right, had to end on a weak one. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Hi.
that was fun. That was fun.
Indeed. Game time.
Yes.
All right. So again, name of the game is the Heart and Brain Quiz Game with Yeti. Okay, so the rules for our purposes are I will read a question along with 3 answers. The other host will have to guess what the host who got the question will say is their most preferred answer. So
do we need pencil and paper?
Yes.
Okay.
So just to let the audience in on this, I gave a kind of a practice question to the co-hosts before we came on the air. And the question is, if you could change the color of the sky for 24 hours, what would you change it to? Choices are the heart would say purple. The brain would say clear, so we could see the entire galaxy. And the Yeti would say ground color. So then the other co-host would have to guess which one of those answers that is preferred.
Now, when you say Yeti, do you mean an actual Yeti?
I mean an actual Yeti, yes.
Not like a cup, like a...
No. This
That
is
would
an
be more
actual...
disturbing if you're getting answers from your cup.
This is an actual abominable snowman.
The abdominal snowman.
Abdominal snowman. All right. We cast lots backstage. Todd Griffin, you will be the first to take a question. We'll play to 5. All right. The question is blank. It's like we're playing match game again. Blank is the best revenge. Blank is the best revenge. The heart says moving on and living your life. The brain says success. Yeti says them peeing the bed for 1,000 nights.
This is a Yeti with an attitude.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right.
YWA.
I thought I had my head wrapped around this. So I'm guessing here, and I'm guessing
Brady is you are going to pick your preferred answer. Brady is trying to guess what you're going to say.
Okay, can you do it one more time? Start now that I
Okay. So the question again is blank is the best revenge. The heart says moving on and living your life. The brain says success. The Yeti says them peeing the bed for 1,000 nights. Brady, you don't have to write it down. You can just say it because he's going to write it down.
All right.
I am ready.
I could see Todd standing in front of Utes and saying, success, show him what you're made of. But I know Todd can be a petty Yeti sometimes. So I think he's going to wish that they peed the bed 1,000 nights.
Todd?
I'm not saying you're a petty Yeti, but I think
I took no offense to that. But as someone who, as a Ute, occasionally wet the bed because of laughing too hard. I've been in love with laughing since I could laugh. And I would sometimes be a little bit like hesitant to go to the bathroom because I was afraid I was going to miss out on something and be laughing, and so I would push it too far and have an accident or two every once in a while. No shame. I'm not ashamed to admit that. There was a good reason. If there's any reason to pee your pants, it's that right there. Is what I say.
Don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I still live by that. I'm just kidding. I don't. Now it's usually a sneeze. Anyway. But I picked.
Having problems seeing it.
I can't tell.
Moving on.
Yes. Yeah. Brady, you were right in your thinking. I glanced at success, but then I realized that success is so subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? That I don't know that. And then I thought about the peeing the bed for 1,000 nights or whatever it was. But then I thought, I don't know. Again, as someone who had an accident or two, I don't wish that on anybody, especially 1,000 nights in a row.
True.
Well, there's a few people. But,
most people not.
Right.
All right. Brady,
See.
how would your life be different if your shoes could talk to you? The heart says, I'd wear them on my hands so we can talk all the time. The brain says, majorly different. My shoes are talking. The Yeti says, wouldn't be much different. Besides, every time I'd walk, I'd hear, ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, stop, please. Ouch, ouch.
The crazy Yeti.
Yes. Now, the answer that is not included is, how did you put those mangled toes in me?
That's what I was waiting on.
Very carefully. One at a time.
Shut it.
He used a toe horn.
Toe horn.
All right. I've got an answer. I want to go on record. That was a lame question. But...
Was a little lame.
Can you repeat the answer? Can you repeat it? Sorry, I went off on my toe tangent, and I.
How would Brady's life be different if his shoes could talk to him? His heart says, I'd wear them on my hands so we could talk all the time. Brain says, majorly different. My shoes are talking. The Yeti says, wouldn't be much different. Besides, every time I'd walk, I'd hear, ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, stop, please. Ouch, ouch.
I would say so. Brady is very much a Brady was a hippie in another life. A good hippie's probably the wrong word. That's I don't mean
free spirit.
A free. I mean, we're talking like he likes Caribbean type. That he's that guy. He's a flip flop. He's a Mandels. He wears Mandels on the beach.
Not anymore, but yeah.
And so he is a. Who's the guy you like? The Bob Dylan, or not Bob Dylan.
Matthew McConaughey.
No. The music, the guy, the reggae.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. Yeah. So I'm going number 2 because I can see Brady is kind of just like trippy, far out. Like, hey man, my feet are talking, my shoes are talking to me. That's kind of where I went with that.
Brady?
It was that one.
Oh, Todd.
Was my thinking to get there anywhere along the lines of like the
Believe it or not, it might have been a different street name, but the destination was the same. I totally get where we're going with that. I hesitate to use the word hippie, but I'm a
as soon as I said it, I took it. It was the wrong term.
Spiritual, vibey kind of guy. I'm a vibey kind of guy.
Yeah.
Free spirit.
Yeah. It's in the same camp. That's in the hippie camp. That's like
It's like on the outskirts.
Right.
Kind of runs in the family a little bit.
Yeah.
We've got a couple generations of those, but not the obnoxious kind.
It's the outskirts of Hippieville.
Yeah. Let's say on your mom's side, there's some free spirits.
Yeah.
All right. So it's 2-0, Todd. This is a good question for him. Todd, is it worth it? I don't know how you'd answer.
Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Is it worth it to splurge on luxury toilet paper?
That is literally going to be the cause of my divorce if something doesn't change.
The heart says absolutely, in capital letters. Luxury, anything is worth it. The brain says no, you don't need to splurge in all areas. The Yeti says, doesn't matter, I'm still not wiping.
Well, I mean, the Yeti can't use toilet paper to begin with.
Yeah.
He's gonna have Yeti berries if he's not careful.
So, all right, I have a lot to say about this topic.
Figured you would.
We've all talked about how
Shouldn't I get my answer first, then you explain it?
Right, you probably should. Well, I got to pick my answer. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
You're right. Yeah.
So I will explain it to you.
Well, I mean, do you want it? Has he written down his answer yet?
I am right now.
Okay.
I gotta remember to write. Hang on. I gotta remember to write bigger and neater.
So Eric,
well, and you guys don't have to write the whole answer if you just want to write heart, brain, or Yeti. I mean,
hey, read it to me one more time because I want to make sure.
Read it to me one more time.
Gosh, Eric, that's twice tonight we've been on the same wavelength. So nice.
You guys, I was gonna do it too.
Is it worth it to splurge on luxury toilet paper? Heart says absolutely, luxury anything is worth it. Brain says no, you don't need to splurge in all areas. Yeti says doesn't matter, I'm still not wiping.
Okay, yeah, I've got my answer. It is A, because I'm not even sure he uses toilet paper because he has his fancy schmancy bidet. But that translates if you will splurge on the power washer, you will splurge on luxurious toilet paper that even the bears like, and you will not be using the grade F grit.
The Fairbears?
The bear stared fair
bars.
bear.
Excuse me, the Sherman bars.
Sherman bars. That they should put out bars. Butt wiping bars.
But yeah, I'm definitely going A because this is a man that has talked openly about his quest for cleanliness in his rectal region. So I'm going to go with A.
You act like it's a brave cause. What man wouldn't?
A brave cause.
The Yeti, obviously.
All right,
Yeti's not a man, though.
What do we do in this game if we like the other answer better than your own? Because here's what happened. I feel bad taking a point here. I picked 3, the Yeti.
You picked the Yeti.
And notice what I put beside it, bidet.
Well, see now that's what I would have thought you would have said. That's what I would have guessed.
So Brady, but as I heard you saying this, you literally made me think like, okay, maybe I picked the wrong one, but for the same reason you said. Does that make sense?
It does totally make sense.
So, because here's why. There is an ongoing feud in this house, much like the Oreo feud, and much like the hey, I found a loaf of bread for 3 cents because the expiration date was only 4 days ago. So I saved us money. Or even worse, this bread was $1.29. This bread was $1.26. I bought the old bread to save that 3 cents. That happens a lot around here.
Well, you got 2 kids in college.
Or it's been that way for as long as I've known her. Or it's, hey, gas beside us was $2.48, but gas 25 miles away was $2.44. I drove that 30 miles or whatever it was to save that. That happens a lot in this house.
Well, she's a girl. It's after my own heart then.
So lately it's been, now I know the argument is I could go buy the toilet paper, and I have. I'm not saying I've never bought it, but I don't understand the idea. I really don't think there's that many American families out there that are changing their lives for the better by saving 47 cents on toilet paper. I really don't think there are. I'm not an economist. I don't know, but so that makes me say Brady's argument was better because when there is toilet paper to be used, I want luxury.
Okay, so what do you consider luxury toilet paper?
Okay.
One that you can sand your table with.
Right. your back table, so to speak. your den table. No, it can't be too hard. It can't be too soft.
Well, see, and that's what I was getting at with this, because I think what is marketed as luxury toilet paper causes the highest amount of dingleberries.
Oh God.
Because it's too soft and it disintegrates.
Well, if it disintegrates, then all you gotta do is wait the dingleberries out and they'll be gone.
John, I want dingleberries.
I don't want to wait them out.
No, I don't want that.
So let me go on the record to say, yes, we talk about the things that you guys don't want to talk about, or that maybe you're afraid to talk about.
Right.
But
these are important questions.
Right. But no pun intended. But it all falls into my claim that if any of you are wipers, you're not as clean as you think you are. Sorry to be the one to tell you that tonight.
That was equivalent of the just saying.
September 16th of 2025 at 8:54 p.m. You're not as clean as you think you are. Because Eric's exactly right. It's such a fine line between too hard, too soft, too thick, too thin. The design matters. Yep. Some designs are catch-alls. Some designs are smear-alls.
Quilted, unquilted.
Quilted, unquilted. So why mess with it? The only way is a bidet.
See, and I get what you're saying about the last answer being the best, because you would not wipe, you would dab.
Right.
With a bidet.
Right. A bidet, it's bidet, and then you dry.
You dab.
Bidet, bedab.
Bidet, but dry. I think it makes sense. And you know, there are very few things I have to hand it to the Europeans about. They have the right idea when it comes to when it comes to those methods. So, Eric, thank you for not making me feel so bad, because I was thinking Brady's answer makes a lot of sense, but I think mine still makes the most sense of my thinking. Yeah. There would be no wiping. I'm not going to wipe anyway, so put whatever you want down there. You can put a piece of sandpaper. You can put a cloud. You could literally pluck a cloud from the heaven, from the sky, and put it there beside my toilet. I'm still going to use the bidet.
But the Yeti is not. The Yeti is not using a bidet, because the Yeti is a disgusting beast.
But maybe the Yeti's using a waterfall. Maybe the Yeti's using a geyser.
He's in the.
I mean, you can't hurt
that
a
would
Yeti's
be
ass.
That would be a Yeti bidet. He would use a geyser.
Right. You can't hurt a Yeti's ass. It's never too hot for a Yeti's ass. That's what I say.
Oh, that's a cut right there.
There's a t-shirt right there.
Well, there you go. The Yeti does not want a geyser anywhere near his prune whistle. I'm just saying.
Would anybody buy a t-shirt that says it's never too hot for a Yeti's ass? I would love to say that.
This is why you should listen to the Play It By Ear podcast.
Yes.
At any rate, Todd gets the point.
I do want special props for my thought.
Your thought was very good.
Yeah. Get a gold star. Gold stars mean nothing in this game, but you get one.
Yeah, you get a gold stare.
Gold stare for Fairbairn. All right. Brady.
They're high. Yes.
How important is it to have a skincare regimen? The heart says pretty important. Look good, feel good. The brain says very important, especially if you want to look healthier and younger. The Yeti says not important at all. I wash my face, body, hair, feet, and teeth, all with the same bar of soap.
I got it.
Can you repeat them one more time, please? Just you don't have to repeat the whole thing, just the answers.
I'll repeat the whole thing. It's
Okay.
fine. How important is it to have a skincare regimen? The heart says pretty important. Look good, feel good. The brain says very important, especially if you want to look healthier and younger. The Yeti says not important at all. I wash my face, body, hair, feet, and teeth, all with the same bar of soap.
I'm surprised Old Spice hasn't come out with that. They'll throw everything together in a, body wash, shampoo, conditioner.
Yep.
Hemorrhoid ointment, all in one.
5 in 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I saw let me see if I can find it. I saw a post. I had seen it before, but somebody posted it today on Facebook, and it says, this was a female that posted it, and it says, I don't know if you can see that or not. So you see the two different buns on the burgers?
Yep.
So you see how one bun is smooth and the other bun is not so smooth?
Slightly wrinkled.
So the wrinkled one says, my skin after doing my 10-step skincare routine.
Right.
And then the smooth one says, my boyfriend's skin after using the same soap for his face and balls. Which I've seen things like that before. Because it's funny if you go. So if you and I'm a person who loves spending time in the toiletries aisles at the taxables at a grocery store, if you will. You do, like when you see the female side of things, it's separate everything, and literally there'll be a man's, it'll be shampoo, face wash, body wash. It's all the same bottle.
Conditioner.
I'm not saying every man uses that, but that option is out there for you if you want to use that.
That's what I want.
So that cracked me up. Now, I will say this. Brady and I are kind of similar when it comes to this. I wasn't always this way, but as the last few years and stuff, I've kind of gotten more into like a skincare routine. So I definitely have a routine. I know damn well Brady has a routine. So I'm ruling out 3 completely. 3's gone. Brady is no Yeti when it comes to his beautification.
Every viewer of this show would have ruled out 3.
Right. And I know, but also, Brady's not Brady, obviously, like all of us, he would like to look younger. He tries to, and Brady doesn't. I don't think I'll brag and say I don't think any of us look our age.
See, I would be torn with this. I'm just going to put this in here while you're giving your reasoning.
Yeah.
No, I knew 1987 Brady, and I know 2025 Brady. The answers could be different.
You mean the 1987 Brady versus today's Brady would be different?
Yes.
See, I didn't know 1987 Brady. I knew 1992 Brady, something like that.
92.
Which I don't know how different that was from 1987 Brady.
Not a whole lot.
So I've ruled out the Yeti. Can I please hear the first 2 again? Because they seem so similar that I'm having a hard time choosing.
The heart says pretty important. Look good, feel good. The brain says very important, especially if you want to look healthier and younger.
So I will say this about Brady. I don't know that. Okay, I'm going to pick B. I'm going to pick the brain.
Yeah.
Because I think Brady takes a very scientific approach to it. I don't think Brady necessarily does a routine kind of as a look good, feel good thing. I think Brady does it as a necessity of getting older and slowing down age, slowing down the years. That's my go-to.
Okay, so, and I'll put this in here as well. Not that I'm guessing, but 1987 Brady, obviously, being 15, 16 years old, would not have worried about would not have worried about looking younger. But I think 1987 Brady would think, when I'm on the beach in St. Augustine, I want to look a certain way. So if I were guessing here, I would pick B as well, the brain.
And you read my mind perfectly. It is B. I chose B. 1987 me. Yeah.
Does it scare you that I'm inside your brain right now, Brady? I'm inside your brain right now.
It's scary that anybody is inside my brain.
The truly scary part is that Todd knows more about you and himself than you know about yourself.
Yeah. I'm and I totally agree. My skincare regimen is not obnoxious. I just get a good one because I did some damage to myself in my salad days cavorting on the beach of St. Augustine.
Salad days.
It's Shakespearean there, or Spandau Ballet. Take your pick.
Another thing is it helps that Bray and I have used some of the same men's grooming products.
Yeah.
I don't think we are right now. In fact, Brady, I have a box of products I'm going to give you next time I see you.
Yeah.
I moved on to a different one because I will say this about most of them work for a while and they stop working, which is weird. It's like our bodies are amazing things, like how they adjust and they adapt, but sometimes they adapt backwards. It's kind of the equivalent to having to change from Claritin to Zyrtec. Like if the Claritin stops working, you got to switch to Claritin and then back and forth. It's weird how your body gets used to something and then it kind of fights it. But anywho,
so I will bandy back and forth between a Kiehl's or Brickell's. So
I might have some Brickell's is what I was talking about, but I have another one that I tried for a while and I liked it a lot. But I was going to give it to you to try. I can't remember the name right now, but it was another one of those monthly subscription things. Right now,
Lumen? Is it Lumen?
It's not Lumen.
Okay.
Right now, I'm a Harry's guy.
Ah.
Harry's has come up with some different products.
Eric, what are you doing?
What I am is what I am, and what you are.
I
heard Brickell's.
That should have been on one of the songs or one of our lists.
I probably should have.
Yeah, actually. I hate that song, but I love the album title, "Shooting Rubber Bands at the Stars." It's kind of clever. But anyway,
and she was married to Gary Sandy.
I thought she was married to Paul Simon.
I thought she was married to maybe she was married to Gary Sandy too. I might think of the wrong person. Maybe I'm thinking the wrong person.
Yeah. Anyway, it was B. It was B.
Yeah.
And Todd's in the Baron.
Todd is in the Fair Baron.
It's not far.
All right. Todd. How would you deal with an annoying neighbor? Heart. Find out what annoys them and then do that as much as possible. Doesn't sound like a hard answer. Brain. To talk to them face to face and settle our differences. Yeti. Throw a huge block party without inviting them. Also shoot off fireworks and maybe aim them toward their house. I said maybe.
Can you read the three options again? I think I know, but I want to hear it one more time.
Okay. The heart says, find out what annoys them and do that as much as possible. Brain says to talk to them face to face and settle our differences. Yeti says throw a huge block party without inviting them. Also shoot off fireworks and maybe aim them toward their house. I said maybe.
I got it.
What you got, Brady?
You ready? Want me to give my answer now?
Well,
yeah.
Now you understand this is Todd's answer. Todd was answering the question, not you.
Yeah, but I got to tell him.
You're guessing what he. Okay, I just want to because if you wrote it down, it seems like that you're backwards. But
yeah, you should be writing it down.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead. Well, go ahead.
I said, Okay, Todd might think that he wants to annoy them. He might get momentarily ticked off, but calm down because he does like to debate and argue, like not argue, but like he likes to settle things. He'll meet things head on. I think B.
B. Backard B.
Well,
Todd.
B was read B again.
To talk to them face to face and settle our differences.
Now, just to make sure, I mean, I have my answer here. Just to make sure that I'm so what was the initial reason? What was the initial claim that the neighbor?
How would you deal with an annoying neighbor?
Okay.
mind you, it says annoying, not pathologically Karen-like,
Right. Brady, I will say this. I don't back down from a debate and from an argument. And if someone approaches me, I don't back down. But I am actually very non-confrontational. I don't know if it's because I don't feel like I'm good at controlling my emotions to the point where I don't say, I mean, I don't take something, I make a mountain out of a molehill, so to speak. I also am not a very big communicator with my neighbors. I give you an example. Our neighbors, who I by the way, I have no issues with any of our neighbors, so I'll say that. But our neighbors were not happy when we built our house, because when we built our house, we had one place in mind to put our house on the land. And when they went to digging, first off with the inspectors and stuff. Anyway, long story short, we couldn't put our house where we wanted to put it. So they made us push it over and up from where we wanted to push it on the property line, and ended up pushing it really close to the property line, and which wasn't what we wanted at all.
Yeah.
But at this point, when you have thousands of dollars wrapped up in land, we were too far into it to just say, okay, we're not going to do this. And plus it wasn't a deal breaker. Long story short, the neighbor apparently was not very happy with us, not happy with how close we were to them, not happy with where we had to put our driveway, things like that. And it actually kind of upset me, because that's not the way I want to start living in this neighborhood, is by having a neighbor that's angry at me about this, because we did what we only thing we could do. And if I were to go with your answer, then I would have gone over and talked it out with him and told him, hey, but I didn't. Because I know myself, and I know, had I tried to do that and they
got wizzy,
then I probably it would have been a much more heated argument. So because of that, I tend to not be confrontational. It's not that I'm a hothead. I don't feel like I am a hothead. I mean, I'm not saying that, I have the red hair, so I know the stereotype. But I don't feel like I'm a hothead, but I do feel like I if I'm backed into a corner, I don't back down. And so because of that, I don't really look for confrontation. So I went with B, because I am the type that would, if I know that it bugs you as a neighbor, I'm probably going to do it. Not to the point where I'm going to throw a big party with fireworks, because I'm actually a little bit socially awkward. I don't love big crowds. I've said this before. It's weird when you play in a band and I want to see thousands of people out in front of me, but I don't like crowds. If you're out front and we're having a great time and we're vibing back and forth and we're cheering back, I love that. I don't like being in the crowd. I don't like being a part of a crowd. So I would not throw a big party, have fireworks, that kind of thing. But I would if I knew that, okay, so you're telling me that if I don't pick up my paper at the end of the driveway for a few weeks, that bothers you. and you were an asshole to me, I'm probably going to pick up my paper for a few weeks. That kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Total.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Brady back from the brink.
No, I guessed B.
Yeah, you
Todd actually got the point because A was B intentionally annoying. I said he would go work it out.
My bad there. I said I picked B. I picked A. Yeah, I picked A.
Yeah.
I picked. Well, here's what I wrote.
Because you said B.
I did, but I wrote hard.
Yeah. He went A.
Okay. Well, then. Brady, you got skunked.
Yeah, I took the pulpus on that one.
I think that two of them, at least, it was so close where it could have gone either way. I still say the bidet one could have gone either way. That one could. I think you knew enough about me to know I wouldn't throw a big bash and have fireworks and all that stuff. And again, it's not that I'm against having working it out, because actually, if there's a problem, I prefer to work it out. I just don't usually go looking for that.
My approach to neighboring, I was telling like people were doing me, just shook their heads. So I have a new neighbor across the street. The guy that was across the street from me moved. He was a nice guy, and the new guy moved in. So I only met him once. Like, he was out doing something. I introduced myself. So at the end of the 10 minutes, we'd already swapped my number. We already swapped names and numbers. So he it's like so I'm gonna like temporary check his perimeter when he's out of town and everything. Within 10 minutes, I passed that smell test where I'm now number worthy to kind of be the neighborhood watch, and made for like I'm kind of like, I don't know. I just cracked me up. It's like people sold to their neighbors like 10 minutes. Yeah, got his number. I'm watching his house when he's out of town.
Well, I think it's funny because growing up, I think we were all. It's weird, but I think people were more neighborly growing up.
Yeah, I hold on to that.
But I don't know why, except for But I think it's not a matter of every one of my neighbors I wave to. There's nobody at all in this entire subdivision that I have an issue with. And I can't say that they don't have an issue with me. I don't know. But I think a lot of it is also where you are in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I have three out of my four neighbors closest to me are all elderly.
Yeah.
And not elderly, but like they're senior citizens.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
They we're not in the same
demographic.
We're not in the same place in our lives.
Yeah.
I think what helped when I was growing, and probably when we were all growing up, there was somebody near us in our neighborhood that was in the same exact. They had kids your age, and you hung out with them, play with them. Your parents, you guys probably live close to people whose parents were the same age as your parents, or at least in the same generation.
Actually, honestly, I lived around a bunch of old people.
Okay, yeah,
I did.
So you were kind of in the same boat. Not all, but you know what I mean. And then another couple that live close by, they have kids. A little younger, you know what I mean? Like we're kind of in that, we're that tweener stage. Like we're 20 and 18 are our kids, and like it's just kind of that. A lot of kids are adult, full blown adults, and then some of them are a couple years younger. But to be honest with you, though, and that's why we moved here. I wanted the quiet kind of life. I wanted that. That's kind of why I wanted that. I mean, so. But I think it's also a different time where back in the day you hung out with your neighbors, you went and you had a beer with them, you talked across the fence like Home Improvement, that kind of thing. And now I think everybody kind of keeps themselves, and you just kind of give that distant respect.
This is gonna get me in trouble, but I have one of those moments where you talk about different parts of your places in your life. At one point where I lived, I was pretty much surrounded by older than my demographic. And then it was about 3 years ago. My kiddo she's she would have been about third grade, I think. She's in fifth grade now, second or third grade. And she's on her bike or, scooter, one of those things. And I'm walking, and it's on a Saturday, and I'm walking by where people weekend. and there is a whole yard full of, early 20-something co-eds. And all I could think of is like, where was this when I moved in?
When you were 20, when you were a 20-something, or
when
at least 40.
Yeah, and I had to laugh. It's like, of all the times,
Well, I'll tell you where that was. Not born yet.
So,
well, it's funny because the same thing, same idea with playing in the band. I mean, like we're very blessed in that, and I don't mean we as in the band. I mean you guys, and we're very blessed in that there's been lots of pop culture that's kept good music still noteworthy and popular. Stranger Things, for instance, kept some 80s and 70s rock and roll. So like, and it helps out, like with our band anyway, like we have just as, honestly, we young people like our stuff as much as older people. And it's just interesting to see that. And then, but I often do think, I can say it, and this is something my wife and I talk about, like when I was younger and playing in bands, nobody was into it. Like, it's like, like when you were, it's just kind of funny how that works.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying a minute ago, even within our circle, we always tend to end our podcast. We go from just absurdity and joking to just now seriousness. But that's what I felt. I heard somebody knock on the door.
Was it the air freshener?
Anywho, so even in our own friend circle, we all kind of like at a little bit different points. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, Eric, obviously your son is grown out of college. I mean, obviously still very young, but out of college into the professional world, that kind of thing. Mine are still one halfway through college, one just starting college. Brady, very young as far as
I've got two different toes and two
exactly.
different
You have the college that you have, and then you have the young, and so we don't. Eric and I have that. Our other good friends are kind of, so it's kind of interesting how you can just be at different places, but then when you throw that in your neighborhood, that doesn't affect us. But if we were all neighbors, it would affect us more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't go to ball games anymore and practices and stuff anymore, stuff like that, where Brady still has to. I don't. So if I lived next to Brady, I would constantly see him going in and out.
Right.
You would see me come home from work and probably not leave again until the next morning, until it was time to go to work. But on the weekends, you would see me leaving in the afternoon, coming back at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's that kind of thing. And I often wonder what my neighbors think. Like, why do these people come home every weekend night at 12
what's he?
in the morning?
Uh-oh. Are we back?
Wasn't a tarnation?
Whoa, tarnation, rootin' tootin' varmint.
Yeah, probably thinking, Todd, what are you all dealing over there?
Right, I'm sure. Yeah.
And the funniest part of it, I live in a, for those who don't, there's a lake across the street from me, and on the weekends there's like week gators.
A gated community.
Stop. Here at the shores of Lake Winoka. But no, so like when I was walking by, it was every stereotype, like it looked like a fun party that one would want to attend. And I'm just like sitting there shaking my head, like, seriously, like, yeah. At that moment, I felt like that episode of Tom and Jerry when he sees something scary and he goes like, Anyway, yeah. There's that.
There's that. All right. Anything else for the good of the order, gentlemen?
I don't believe so.
It's all good.
All right. I will tell you next week at this time, I will be recovering from cataract surgery.
Ooh.
So I don't know what next week looks
like. Get another cataract.
I
think it's Todd Royson.
No.
Oh, no, he's.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what next week looks like for us. We'll
It's
play it by
Brown County
ear.
Far Week.
It is the Brown County Far Week as well. So maybe sometime next week, maybe a week off. Not sure, but stay tuned. We'll put some messages out there. Not even sure if anyone's still with us. Maybe they just abandoned us and we've just been talking into the wind.
Like we do anything else.
Yeah. All right. But as we leave, make sure you find us on Facebook and X and like and follow us. Where are we at on Facebook followers? I haven't checked lately.
Let's look.
Oh, let me
Let's check that out. Let's give an update. We hit 1,000. I don't think we've hit 1,000.
I'm looking right now. It's switching. Let's see. Info. According to me, we are at 983.
17 left. Send out invites to all your friends.
17 away?
17
away from the finish line.
But I did notice we picked up some new people after the live. I think some different names. I didn't. The ones we picked up didn't seem connected to anyone in our friend circle. So, and I don't know if that was from the live or Brady and I took a class at Shawnee State and met some people. I don't know if maybe some of them picked up on us, but so yeah, 17 away. Let's get to 1,000. Hopefully I would hope by the end of the year, and maybe, we'll see. Maybe we should just walk around the Brown County Fairbairn through the Fairbairns.
Offer him a pork tenderloin. Offer him a tenderloin for a
elephant ears. That's good. Here's some elephant earbuds, like our podcast.
I wasn't thinking that, but that's yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Play it by elephant
segue.
ears.
Nice connection.
Yeah. So
I have a theory.
Can't wait.
My theory is that our generation, we grew up in a different world than now. We grew up with consequences. We grew up hearing the word no. We grew up knowing that our actions were met with certain reactions. Mm-hmm. So because of that, man, I lost where I was going with this.
Well, and the interesting thing about that, not to derail your train of thought, generally,
I had a good one at first.
Generally, the reactions on the negative side were more plentiful than the positive reactions.
Yeah. But I know what I was getting at. And with what you said there, Eric, about, because I deal with this with the band. So people like to be told what to do. I think as a society, we have such a chip on our shoulder that if somebody says, hey, jump over here and follow us, there's literally people that say, no.
I ain't doing that.
I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. There's other people that say, I'm not interested. And there's we have no hard feelings about anyone who's not interested in what we do. We know it's not for everybody. But there are people that are like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Because you don't tell me what to do and that kind of thing. I really do think that happens.
So there's a good chance of it.
Yeah. If you're one of those people, we're just asking you in a friendly way. Please give us a follow, share us. Here's the thing: follow us and then mute us or whatever it's called. What's it called? Not mute. You can shut us off, but still follow us.
If you don't want to see our messages,
right? It's not called muting though. It might be called mute.
It's not unfollowing either. There's something in between.
Right.
I think you can mute for 30 days, maybe.
Something like that. But you have to keep up. So if you don't like what we're saying, we actually don't post a whole lot. So there's not a whole lot to, so it's only on our episodes, but yeah, it's just getting us up there on those follows. But that's my theory, is that, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just think that in general, we don't like people telling us what to do. I'll notice that with the band shows, like I'll kind of like, okay guys, everybody get out your phone right now. We're going to go to Vinyl Countdown Cincinnati. You're going to give us a follow. and nothing will happen. 4 days later, we'll get an uptick.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I do it, but I'll do it on my own time. I'll do it on my own time.
I'm gonna do it when I want to do it.
Right. And I don't think it's I'm not saying that to insult people. I think that's just in general. We don't like to be told. Same way with me. I don't like when somebody says, "Hey, looking for places to get my hair cut, go." I'm like, no, I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to be honest with you. I could literally have in my pocket the phone number to the best hairsmith in the entire nation.
Harrowsmith.
And I am not going to share it with you now because you said go. Don't tell me to go.
Just like I'm not doing any line dancing. There's no song going to tell me what to do.
Or when that band comes on, get up, get busy, get up and move your body. No.
Yeah, I'm not getting up yet.
Will not be busy.
I'm more likely to put my opposite foot. If you tell me to put my left foot in, I might put my right ear in. You never know.
I will freeze when I'm supposed to rock.
Exactly. Now, I will say that those people annoyed me.
Yeah.
Those people annoyed me.
They were making it all about them.
Yeah, exactly. I was not imbibing.
On the freeze, there was always that girl like, look at me.
Yeah. I was not imbibing in the white lines.
Imbibing.
But I don't want to see you rock on the freeze.
That's right.
Don't mess up the mojo. If you don't want to be a part of the mojo, that's fine.
Right.
Don't mess up the mojo.
Don't ruin it for other people.
Right.
There you go.
And as Brady said, don't make it about you. Don't do it to be seen. You got to be with the. Nice. You got to be with the herd. Be with the herd.
All right.
Wow. All right. Yeah. So look for our message. We'll give you a message about when our next episode might be. It could be next week, could be the week after, but guess we'll let you know. We'll all find out together, mostly. All right. Anything else?
I don't believe so. 2 hours and 27. Not our longest.
No, not a snow day episode. Yeah. All right, Todd, take us out.
Thanks for listening to the Play It By Ear podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Play It By Ear Pod 2, and our website at anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast. Thanks again, and join us next time as we play it by ear.